never. I don't think we flinched. You know, maybe for a spell there in the first half, maybe a little loss of composure, but I would say we didn't flinch. You know, and in a game like that on your floor, I think that just shows why we win here. We don't. There's no quit in our team. There's no quit. We got a tremendous fan base behind us, and I just kept sensing that first half that they were just our fans, our students, our parents, everybody. They just wanted to erupt and cheer about something. That's kind of what I was saying to our coaches in our meeting. We got to give these guys something because once they get going, our guys are going to feed off of that. And you know, a couple baskets to start that second half, and here we go. And that's I knew that was, you know, is what it was going to take. So I would say we definitely proved tonight to everybody. We got some grit about us. We're not just some guys, or we're not a team that just has some players. We got some grit about us too.
Okay, questions from the student athletes?
How do you respond to that, Cory? Did this team show a little bit of grit, as your coach says?
Oh yeah, we're a tough team. Like early in the year, it was play us tough and we'll fold or whatever. But now, it's like we can play tough with everybody. We can play different style. You know what I mean? We're not a soft team, not at all.
What was going through your head when you're down in that first half?
We just need a couple stops. I don't have no doubt in our team. No matter the score, come out, get some stops, we get a couple baskets, we right back in it.
Cory, can you walk through that last play, what their end, what you saw, and how it unfolded?
Oh, the last play?
The last play.
Yeah. I thought they was gonna get the ball into the post. They just got the ball down the post 3 straight times, and Lake was a shooter on the weak side, so I thought I can go help side. He wasn't gonna pass it, and I got there just in time. Hopefully, glad the ref didn't call foul. He was calling him all night.
Cory, what is it about the second half that makes you seem to step things up even more? Have you seen you come through where it seems like every shot just seems to find net?
Second half, we was down. My team needed me to step it up. Coaches and players have faith in me, and I just got to go.
Aaron, you seem to be in a lot of right places at the right time tonight. Is that part of your game? I mean, have you always been kind of an opportunistic kind of guy?
Yeah, I mean, I love the rebound, and me being a guard, obviously coaches are going to pick guards on me. And I told my All-American, shoot the ball, and if you miss it, I'm going to get your rebound, because it's guard sticking me. Told the big man move up, he shot it, he missed it, grabbed a lot of offensive rebounds. We got a lot of mismatches, we pulled it out today.
Aaron, this is your third straight game with a double-double. How does this help your confidence as you move forward, especially since you wound up taking home CSAC MVP in the title game, and then these 2 first tournament games have been really good ones for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always confident. It's basketball. It's not hard to put the ball in the rim. It's a lot. You're just in the right place at the right time a lot of times. It ain't that hard to grab a rebound. You gotta work hard. They've been working harder than us. First half, that's how they had to lead. Work harder than them second half and overtime. The points show it.
Coach, what was the message to the team at halftime because it was pretty evident that Hobart was outnumbering you in many categories in the first half, so what was the message as you guys went forward in the second?
You know, the message was, all right, let's just take a deep breath, realize where we are, realize this, you know, let's just focus in on the situation. Don't make it bigger than what it is. It's an 8-point game 20 minutes ago in our building against a good team. We've been in that very situation hundreds of times. I mean, whatever. A lot. A lot. This very game last year was a lot worse than that. And I think we were down 16 or 18 at that point. And I would say last year's team didn't quite have the grit we had. There were some heads hanging in the locker room last year. You know, there's no doubt. I mean, he's in the right place at the right time, and he makes big shots. It's because, I mean, that's why we can take those punches and keep going, because they're players. They're players, and that's at times that's what separates winning a game like this versus losing it. You know, they can have the best coach in the country, which they have one of them. You know, but we got players, and our guys make plays, and you know, I'm just glad I get to enjoy the ride that they're taking me on.
Coach, there were a lot of whistles both ways aside from what it did personnel-wise, did it change how you guys had to do some things tactically on the floor?
No, it didn't. I'm not gonna. I was not gonna let that bother us, and it didn't. You know, I think this is, you know, again, kind of a testament to our players and our team and our makeup and the grit that I'm talking about. The harder things get, the harder we just go. And sometimes we need that. You know, I think sometimes there's that philosophy that I completely disagree with, that coaches need to go get a tee to inspire their team. You know, I'm opposed to that, because there were plenty of times tonight when maybe I felt like going and doing it. I just knew that that was fueling their fire more than mine, and that's more important. That's more important. And they weren't going to back down to that. They weren't backing down from anything. And again, I think the true testament of our team is the harder it gets, the harder we go.
These two guys made a lot of plays for you tonight, but was there a bigger shot than Jeremy Knowles' three there in to send it into overtime? Or?
No, that was timely. You know, Cory's three to put us up one when we've been struggling from the arc in the second half. That was big. You know, listen, it might sound silly. John Miller making those 2 free throws down the stretch on the line with that bandage. He's not a great free throw shooter. He stepped up in a big situation and put them both in. You know, there's a lot of it. Aaron getting some offensive, some of those rebounds where maybe our shot selection wasn't that good. I think one of the biggest shots of the game for us, because it was a motor, it got us right back, snapped our attention right back, was when Goran Dulak hit that hook shot on that kid, got the foul, made the basket. Had the ball to pull within 1, turn it over, they go back down, or pull within 2 or 1, and they go back down and hit a 3, and it's now back to 7, and Goran comes right back down and 1. And that was huge. That just kind of snapped the attention right back to where we needed it. And that was big. There's a lot of big shots.
Is that all those little things, the grit you're talking about?
Exactly. Not flinching. A team that flinches in that situation, when we get the ball, we're on a run, the crowd's in our favor, everything's going our way, and then we throw the ball away twice in transition with the opportunity to finally tie it, or finally take a lead, finally really take control of the game. Teams that don't have grit, go. That was our shot, game over. You know, and I think that a coach right then is calling timeouts. And, you know, what's going on? And we don't do that. We don't do that. I have a lot of get asked questions all the time about. We never call timeouts. We've left. I mean, tonight we had one to burn. At the end of regulation, I just feel, you know, we got guys that have that in them, And if I call timeout and my head's hanging, they're going to hang their heads. And as their guy, their leader, you know, I have all the faith. They didn't press us at the end of regulation. We're getting ready to call it. Did we get it over half? Call a timeout? Did we not? The ball is in Cory Lemon's hand. Why would I take a timeout where they can then pressure us and make us do something different? We want that ball right there. So let's go. It's kind of how I feel about that.
Aaron and Cory, you guys, your coaches talked about how you trying to get the crowd something to cheer about, especially after the way the first half went. Can you guys just talk about the energy of the crowd during the second half and what it's like to be playing in this building?
I love it. I love it when it's a lot of people in the crowd. I mean, it's fun. Just got to get it going. Sometimes we just come out too lazy in the first half because we're in our gym and we think other team might be nervous because we got 40-something wins in a row. They weren't nervous. They came out and told us about it. They showed us that they weren't nervous. And that's why we had to step up in the second half.
Also for both the players, too, have you guys ever seen anything quite like what happened toward the end of the first half there where the Hobart bench cleared over that play in front?
I've never seen nothing like it except for the NBA with Spurs versus Suns.
I don't know why they cleared.
I didn't know they cleared the benches. I looked up and I seen the guy in the court with warm-up on. Like, I looked up and the whole bench was on the court, but I'm glad our bench didn't retaliate, so that was good, but that was crazy.
Your assistants seem to do a pretty good job of keeping your guys on this.
Yes.
There's a few guys wanted to come off.
I tell you what, that's exactly, they did a very good job of that. I wasn't even aware that something like that was going to break out over a jump ball on the floor. Again, I think a team that's composed and knows what what they're doing. It's going to stay set, stay where they belong. And, you know, they lose. They're starting two guard in that. So, good for them.
Did that change the dynamic for them, do you think?
No, number 4 is good.
Yeah.
He's good. He, you know, what did he get? 2 for 3 from 3. 10 was 1 for 2, so they're probably heading on the same path. It didn't bother them. They needed to beat us in the post. They were not going to really beat us on the perimeter tonight anyway. So, I don't think that really changed it too much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Unless anybody else will do anything?